Student Loan Debt and Visual Rhetoric in Beeler's Graduation Cartoon. Editorial cartoon Graduation Selfie Debt relates to the burden of debt, which, in the form of student loans, can be overwhelming for new graduates. The image was initially published in 2014, and the relevance of this situation to the current time can be noted. According to the overall impression, tuition debt is a heavy burden that pressures young people and prevents them from realizing their potential. First, the visual rhetoric of the mismatch between the joy of graduation and the celebratory mood, with the financial implications of this achievement, is worth noting. A graduate's hat and attire are usually associated with academic excellence and the promise of a bright future. However, coupled with the sheer size of the snake of financial concerns, doubts about this future may concern the outside observer. Undoubtedly, for many people, starting a career is incredibly complicated by the need to pay thousands of dollars in back pay. Secondly, special attention can be paid to the happy facial expression and the process of taking selfies, emphasizing the contentment and idleness of the recent student. The person depicted by Beeler does not yet realize the buildup of his problems while in a moment of celebration. Moreover, he indicates the lack of understanding and awareness characteristic of young adulthood and requires elaboration from the outside. Thus, not understanding the situation may result in even more damage to one's personal and professional life. Finally, a standalone element in the rhetorical discussion was explicitly the student's stylistically portrayed closed eyes. This can symbolize an unwillingness to accept a problem, an inability to understand, or putting off important decisions until later. Unfortunately, such a manifestation can be characteristic of many people who, even realizing the severity of the financial burden, prefer to postpone it for later. In addition, with the same closed eyes, he could sign a contract when enrolling in an educational institution and applying for a loan. In this way, tuition debt financially burdens a person, showing the possibility of negative life-changing consequences and a collapse in realizing potential. As a powerful visual argument about this issue, the cartoon utilizes several visual rhetorical techniques and elements, including grotesque, size, and context. The high cost of education is presented as an obvious burden that should not be imposed on society.